Hey, good morning, everybody. What is this? It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. How's everybody doing? Hey, so I better know. It's November 14th, 2023. Hey, look at that market fire up this morning. Mercy me. Okay, so what are we going to do? Let's look at the market here. I talked a little bit about this yesterday. I've been working with a couple folks pretty heavily, and working with them privately and getting I guess, organized. It would be the best way to put it. Organized at charts and check marks. What you look for before you trade. What you look for when you need to kind of pump the brakes and not trade. And here's one of the things you look for, where the market has been running. Let it run rather than be fearful that it's gonna die. It'll die when it dies. This is one of the most best things about candlesticks is excuse me. If the market is going to die, this is what's going to happen. Okay. We'll use today as example. If it's going to do that, you're going to put in something that suggests sellers are stepping in. If this holds up today, if this morning all goes through today up here, and we do something like this the next day, that gives us a clue that the sellers are stepping in. But what happens, everybody's so doggone fearful the market is going to do this. Now, I've been trading for 35 years, and all you old timers in here, you stand up and you tell everybody, you can count on 3 fingers how many times that's happened in your lifetime. It just is not normal. And if it happens, it happens. But it is not a typical way to look at the market. So what happens, everybody's fearful and not getting into the market, and they're missing out. And then you get days like today. You get days that are up like this, and now all day long, there's going to be more people chasing than you can shake a stick at, and that is a horrible idea. Absolutely horrible. So pay attention to the candlesticks. Listen to what they're telling you. Remember learn, ask other traders, or spend the time it takes you to learn what is the attitude of candlesticks. How do they work? Maybe you need to sit down and just spend time with somebody chatting about them. But learning that, I think is so beneficial to a trader. Next thing is follow a trend. It doesn't matter what trend you follow. It really doesn't. The magic is not any one particular trend. The magic is your ability to trust what you've done and follow it. And if it goes wrong, and I promise you it will go wrong one day, okay? I'm not saying it never will. In fact, I'm guaranteeing you it will go wrong. But, here's the but. If you're trading and you're making money like this, and something goes wrong and you lose one of those days or weeks, so be it. That happens, and that is common, and that is the way it is, and that's never going to change. It's when you start letting go of multiple weeks. Now that's a problem and never should happen. But one of those, absolutely. You could get crushed that week. But in the meantime, I don't know, maybe this represents $1,000. Who knows? You made $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000. Now, every day of the week, if you give me $4,000, I'll give you $1,000. Every day of the week. I'll give you this 1,000 if you give me those 4. Every day. Let's meet up and let's swap our money. Good morning, Julie. Hey, good morning, everybody. Carla, Ed, Chip, JW, Ed. Sorry, I didn't say good morning to everybody. So focus on the chart, not the news, for God's sakes, and not the headlines. It just, we talked about that a lot yesterday, okay? All right, let's look at some charts here. First, let's start with a SPY. Here we're running up right smack dab to where I had some lines drawn. We drew those lines last night before the close. We're running right up in there. Admittedly, I did not expect it in one day. I did not expect it before the market opened, okay? So I turned the computer on. I'm doing office work. I turned the computer on. I had to rub my eyes. Is that real? Good Lord. Okay. So here we are right at these tops in here. Now, because of the power here, we may get a little bit of follow through, but I wouldn't be surprised if going forward, we should really watch for a little bit of a rest. It might be a minor rest. For instance, this right here was a minor rest. It looks like it's not minor, but it's just a minor rest. Just a nice little pullback, okay? Nice little bounce off the T-line. That's going to be the topic tonight. We're going to break down, for anybody that's listening, webinar tonight, everybody's invited. We're going to break down the T-line bounce strategy if anybody wants to be there, 8 p.m. Eastern in the free room. So we're going to break that down. But a nice little bounce off the T-line. We popped up. Now we need to, dig through these little speed bumps up here, take on these recent highs, and then we can take on this big high over here. Right now, nothing suggests the sellers are in town. Go Bulls, go. Wave your bull flag until you can't. Let's take a look at TSM here. TSM setting up very nice. Great little bottom here. We've got a nice little bull kicker, J-hook, bull kicker gap up. We're pushing up a little bit. That looks like it has more upside to it. What we'll do is I've got these flags. I'll share with members. We'll post in the members app how these might be doing and how we might be trading them. Space. I like space. I like that little thing down there. A little cheapy, about $2. Setting up very nice. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low. Just kind of bunched up right here. We start to break out over this, whatever, 4 days ago, this high here. We've got some serious rounded bottom breakout potential up to the dotted deuce and the 200 period moving average. PODD is another one I like. Great little bottom down here. So let's stop right here for a second. When the market is down like it's been and then starts to come up, there's a lot of pinball setups and rounded bottom breakout setups that float to the top. They've all been beat down. They're all no good, horrible. But then the market starts to rise. These little guys start coming up off the bottom. And they start coming up into those two flagship strategies that we use, the pinball setup and the rounded bottom breakout. Like this one here, rounded bottom breakout. Today, this may officially become a rounded bottom breakout when you get the trend indicator passing over the 50 period moving average. I'm going to count it as one today. These are excellent charts if you're looking for relief rallies. And we're looking for those relief rallies back toward, not necessarily to, but back toward the 200 period moving average up here. Love this chart pattern. Love this chart strategy. Take a look at KHC. Now, everybody here, a lot of these charts, I want to thank you because many of you helped put this list together yesterday. So thank you very much for that. I didn't have to do much work finding them. It's what you guys posted yesterday, liked them, I flagged them, and here we are talking about them. Take a look at KHC. Probably too hard to chase, but that's okay because I think I know about 9 people that's already in KHC. So congratulations to that trade right there. For those that are looking to get into, we want to wait for that setup. Wait for that setup. So we're going to have to wait a little time. Could be 2 days, could be 10 days. There's no way to predict that. We're going to wait for the candlesticks to do whatever they do, rally, be bullish, do what you want. And then when the sellers start coming in a little bit, what that'll do is that'll start pulling the candlesticks back. They'll pull back into our buy area, something like a 3/8 trap, a T-line bounce, recently below the T line, pop up with a PBO, just, something like that. And then that's where we'll look to enter those, and then we'll make some money. This is one right here. Perfect. Nailed it for those that got into it. Way to go. Snow is working out. Snow hasn't really taken off, so I think this one is still in the area to be bought. This is, unless it just starts jamming, this might be in the area to be bought here. Snow's working. Disney. Now, I think a lot of people maybe bought into Disney yesterday. I bought some into Disney. I talked about Disney a few days ago and bought some yesterday. We're coming through the 50% mark. That's what these three lines are. The 200 period moving average is sitting there. Let's do this, make that a little darker. There's the 200 period moving average right there. We're coming through that. Once we get through about 92, then we can start looking at targets up here. And there's the 500 period moving average. So Disney, to me, might have, we could see a 15% move in it. If you're willing to hold it that long. Now, I doubt it's just going to go up and up and up and up. It's going to have some pullback, maybe some bullish regrets where it has to rest a little bit. So you just have to trade that based on your rules. Here's a tiny little chart that I like, is Wish. I like this chart. We nailed it right down here, just, a nice little doji, and boom, and it starts moving up. Notice the low, the high, the higher low. I always look at the same thing. I get bored with it. Maybe that's why I make so many scanner windows. I get bored because I keep doing the same thing. I keep trying to look for different ways to get to the same outcome. Low to higher low, to higher high, to higher low. Beautiful little J-hook setup here. There's going to be the target up there, our 50% mark. Nice looking little trade. That's a 27, 28% trade right there. Beautiful. This is a rounded bottom breakout. HPQ, talked about this one yesterday. That one's starting to work out. ZS, that's a new one on here. Look at ZS not starting. It is breaking out. Let's take this to the weekly chart. Look what happens when this thing breaks out. Look at all the room up here it has to go. All that. That's a nice runway. That's a nice playground to play in. Make some money in that playground. So, let's see. Get this and make that an arrow. There we go. We get through all this. Now we wait patiently for our entry. By the way, there's some new folks here in the room, new trial folks. Please, if you don't know what I mean by, wait for that entry, let's make this happen today. Let's talk about this today. Let's get this down pat. And same for the folks that's been here for a while too. Let's wait for that entry, and then let's set things up and see if we can't make some money. Let's find out what has to be a tailwind with any trade you look at. Hint, the market. How's that? Blink. Also picked up a little Blink yesterday. Blink is working good. Blink is looking nice. This one I picked up in one of my kids' accounts. Nice. Working good. That one, I'm still looking for it to head up here, but it may want to pull back a little bit. Okay. But we'll watch for that. Anyway, I've got a couple minutes. If anyone has a couple of charts you want to look at, anything you want to peek at, any questions? JW is saying IWM is up 14. Holy moly. Man, that'll boost the market, won't it? Go, go, go. Let's see here. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. All right. If no one has anything, no worries. Let me lock this down. I'll be back at the bottom of the hour. Market opens up then. And please remember, if there's any new people in the room, and I know there is, if you are not sure about what I'm talking about, let's wait for the entry. Let's hammer that today. Okay, let's make that happen. But you got to ask me, otherwise I'm going to forget. And yeah, I'm just forgetful. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you at the bottom of the hour. Take care.